streaming live, which I just can't get over how fucking cool that is. It's one of my favorite things. Welcome to Smoke to Think On. I'm your host, Rodney Dangermouthe. This is afternoon smoke at Smoke to Think On. .com. That's right, motherfuckers. We got a domain name, and I'm excited about it. So spread it around with your friends. SmokeToThinkOn.com. Right now, it's a baseline Weebly website that just basically promotes the YouTube channel, but more is coming soon with that. I'm only one guy, you know. You know? No, I know you know. So yeah, going live officially here in about 10 minutes. But I thought, you know what? I'm bored. I've uploaded DNC, the truth about the DNC hacks, WikiLeaks, and Russia and Trump and all that shit. It's a pretty good episode. I'm pretty happy with it. So y'all should check that out. And it's hotter than a motherfucker, folks. I do not usually go for the on-air striptease, but holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, that is it's hot as fuck outside right now. So let's get our browser open. I'm checking out the live dashboard, apparently. That's the first thing to open up, so we'll check and see how our live stream is coming along. Hopefully, well. I could go so far as to say, hopefully not shitty. And so far, yeah, we're looking good. Looking green, folks. Fucking green. So right on. Right, so. Oh, we just went to orange. Son of a bitch, man. I guess I'm gonna have to bring another fucking Wi-Fi adapter down here to this machine. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the Wi-Fi receiver is not any better than the Wi-Fi fucking sender. I fucking hate technology, ladies and gentlemen. That's alright. Stream health. Does that mean good? You're okay? Viewers are happy? Okay, but viewers may be experiencing minor issues. Okay, so we're in the yellow. We're in the okay. Some issues. If you're watching, do me a favor and chat down below there and let us know if we're having issues. For now, I'm going to close that out because I feel like watching our stream for some reason seems to affect it. Text 1. Outline, background color. I like that one to be blue. Dokie. Background opacity. Say 60. Scroll speed 50. Color white is fine. We'll say tweet at Dangermouthe. Live interaction. Alright. And we will plop this down here at the bottom. Center. Bottom. Alright. Now, it is 8 minutes to official streaming live streaming time. We've got a little bit down here to talk about, or just a little text running. Notify people. Best way to get in touch while we're streaming live is via text, or via the old tweeting system there. So I'm gonna open up Twitter to that account. Twitter.com. Motherfuckers. And we will log in with our login name. extremely secure password. And we are logged in. All right. So, as far as I know, folks, we are live. I've got one direct message. Abukar, Team Abukar 2. Hi, could you check out my YouTube channel, and if you liked it, subscribe. I guarantee that you won't regret it. Now, I will be honest. I get these sometimes through Twitter, because I produce YouTube shows, and other people basically use these social media platforms to kind of roundabout push each other around, promotion-wise. I checked this guy's out. He's a gamer. I'm not really interested in watching game footage. I don't usually do those kinds of videos or watch those kinds of videos. So I did check it out, Abukar. I'm just not that into that kind of stuff, man. Sorry. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, so I think we're getting close enough. 6 minutes. 6 minutes close enough for you folks. I think it's close enough for me. Let's kick right in. This is Afternoon Smoke. I'm your host, Rodney Dangermouthe. We got a fatty. Got caffeination. Feel free to live tweet down below. I can't stream this and watch the dashboard at the same time, which is where the chat application is on my computer. I don't know if there's a way to interact that with this. I don't think so. So anyway, best way is 140 characters at a time, I guess. That's what we're going to rock and roll and try. See how it goes. So thanks for joining us for Afternoon Smoke. We're going to kick on over to the news. See what's up. I don't know. I haven't checked the news since this morning. Now, I did promise we'd finish up where we left off on the Canadian news. So let's do that here real quick. We were in Canada news. I think we had pretty much left off with the poor murder of the fucking Austin Wright, the 9-month-old girl who's some crazy bitch is going, or the bastard is now going to be charged with killing. Halifax police had 2 more cases to list of sexual assaults inside taxis. Alright, taxis are dangerous again. Watch out for taxi cab drivers. Defense psychiatrist Richard Bain was more than likely not psychotic. I don't know who Richard Bain was. After shooting, says her hypothesis is that he suffered from religious delusion. He was on a mission of God. Night at Paddy Quebec's Party Quebecois victory rally. So it turns out Canada has crazy shooters as well, who do totally nutty shit. And this one was one on a mission from God. I'm going to open the article now to get a little bit more insight on this, because I'm just curious who's God. We finally have, for the first time in like 20 years, a crazy Christian nut job. Psychiatrist Richard Bain, shooting says her pathos is more likely was psychotic on September 4th. She testified, first-degree murder, election night, shooting that left Blanchett dead and another man, Dave Crush, seriously injured. The defense arguing that Bain was not criminally responsible for the shooting because of his mental disorder. Prosecution contends motivated fact that cannot. I'm just trying to read, guys. I wish that I could let you read this along, but I really don't want to get hit with fucking copyright bullshit. What I'm reading. So this lady has made the conclusion that he was insane and acting on a mission of God. From what the looks of it says, his gun jamming thanks to the grace of God. Apparently, the killer, the shooter, said to the police that thank God his gun jammed, basically. His gun jammed by the grace of God. And because of that, this psychologist is testifying that he was insane and acting on a religious mission uh, because he thanked God for his gun jamming. That's fucking retarded. Um, on the bright side, it's not an instance of jihad making its way into Canada, which is pretty nice. You Canadians are sweet people and don't really deserve that kind of crazy shit. Oh my god, does that mean he believes somebody does deserve that shit? No, obviously not. Stop being so fucking hyperbolic. Alright. Business news. RBC tops TD in latest JD power banking customer satisfaction survey. Christ, that's a fucking mouthful of what do you call acronyms? Royal Bank claimed to top spot among Canada's Big Five banks and JD Power's latest retail banking customer satisfaction survey. Well, good for you, Royal Bank. Most banks are fucking shit, so right on. Restaurant Brands International, the owner of Tim Hortons and Burger King, says it's partnered with a group of investors to sell fast food restaurants, coffee, and donuts in the Philippines. Okay, this is a fucking common thread here in modern economy. Poisonous fucking bullshit makes its way into Western economies, and they soak as much money out of this as they can until we all come to the conclusion that this shit's poison and killing us, right? Things like fucking Burger King and Philip Morris's entire product line. So they immediately start looking around the third world to nations where people are uneducated and don't know that what they're about to purchase and ingest is poison. And then they figure out a way to invest money in building up their operations in those countries, like the Philippines. That's pretty fucked up. Burger King, if you want to do the world a favor, just go ahead and close your fucking doors or start producing actual food. I know, those are the options. Sorry. Blah blah, verifying accuracy of its coin counting machines after concerns arise. Oh, blah 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 is in trouble now. No, I'm just kidding. Well, that's good, I guess. The Mint operations new Coinstar machine is accurate still. That's good. British Columbia's proposed foreigner tax to help fund Metro Vancouver housing progress. Well, that's good. I guess. If it's not, and you're Canadian, please tell me why. Anytime they're using taxes to actually build infrastructure, I'm pretty fucking jazzed. But maybe that's because I'm a cynical fuck and I'm from America, where we use tax dollars to destroy inner city neighborhoods, third world nations, and acquire resources for our fucking cool toys. So, I'm not used to reading stories, where taxes are used to fucking do infrastructure shit. That's pretty neat to me. Now, if there's something sinister there and you know about it, please let me know in the comments or in the chats or the tweets. I'd love to know. Let's see. Technology, CRTC launches new review wireless code that ended high roaming fees, 3-year cell phone contracts. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, but this needs to be fucking better. This needs to be more fucking heavily enforced, because AT&T still refuses to unlock smartphones all fucking day long. OPP cracking down on impaired boating. Well, that's good. People die every year on the fucking water from these things. Boats and being drunk. Designated heritage rivers. We encourage all readers to share their views in our articles. Oh, well, I guess we're not going to know what happens there, because I don't want to get fucking hit. Project promises better internet access for rural communities in Simcoe County. Well, I'll tell you what. Those kinds of fucking these kinds of projects are often concerning to people who are like, "Whoa, what's the government doing now with our communications?" And I'm concerned with that too. But anytime there's a project that brings high-speed internet to rural communities who don't have fingertip access to information, I am in support of. And I realize it can be used surreptitiously, and agencies can use those projects to basically put in backdoors or listening devices Like, I'm not really jazzed on the idea of Facebook flying drones around cities offering free Wi Fi that they control entirely. That's concerning to me. But this kind of shit, bringing internet to small communities that are still getting most of their news from newspapers that are, renownedly biased and full of propaganda, I'm in support of. So I think that's good. That's some good news. Entertainment. I really don't give a shit, but let's check it out. Venice Film Festival lineup aims to one up TIFF with world premieres. Well, okay. G is for goodbye. Sesame Street cuts 3 longtime cast members. Uh, Sesame Street is losing 3 familiar faces from its neighborhood, with the actors who play Bob, Louise, Gordon let go from Enduring Kids series. Well, we've seen actors go before, for like fucking kids and stuff, and Elmo didn't go anywhere. So these characters may not be gone forever, just until they find a replacement. Doing the blockbuster again to death. 4th film, or 5th, depending on how you look at it, national security honcho declares to an underling, we're still trying to come up with a narrative of what happened. Ooh, that's nice. Well, anyway, I haven't seen this new flick yet, but I am looking forward to it. It's going to be good. Suicide Squad director David Ayer, Joker isn't Robin. I'm guessing there must have been some internet theories about fucking the Robin being the Joker. Guess that's just not the case. Which is okay, whatevs. Sports, guys, I really don't care about sports, so please let me know in the comments or the tweets if you'd like me to discuss sports. I will. I'll read this shit and I will learn about it and I will talk about it. But right now, I have no personal dedication to it. So check them headlines, learn what you need to learn, and we'll jump into science. Habitat for Humanity breaks grounds on Warsaw Project with royal patrons Peter and Autumn Phillips. Wait now, what's the Warsaw Project? Habitat for Humanity. Structured the 27th build project, groundbreaking ceremony, still including special remarks. Yeah, some grandstanding, that's what the article's about. Look at these people and how great they are, who gives a shit what they're really doing. Photos. Sensitive Nova Scotia's coastline to be protected near Port Yali. That's probably good. I have real mixed fucking feelings about conservation because I've seen both sides of it. I've seen where places that could have been destroyed were saved because they became quote unquote off limits for development or housing or building or anything like that. But for instance, in Northern California, there's a quote monument project that's been for about 10 years now, fighting back and forth with the people who live in the area they want to make a monument out of, in the Marble Mountain Wilderness. And the people who live there don't want this because there are regulations in the bylaws that basically say, like, you can't pass your land on down to your children, you can't paint the fucking color of your house, depending on if you want to, you have to get permission from an agency. It basically turns the homes of the people that live there into temporary monuments of a civilization gone by. And when those people die, their property becomes property of the state and property of the monument, and it's a clusterfuck. And they're using conservation as an excuse to displace people from their homes, their heritage, and their history. And while I do agree that we should protect certain lands and certain places, coastlines, coral reefs, redwoods, dying fucking species, shit like that, okay, sure. To some extent. But to use those foundations of government, those systems of government, to push people out of their homes and away from their heritage and their past, and their history, and a potential new future in those locations, to me is abhorrent. And so I'm against the monument, clearly. But I'm not a fucking dichotomized person. I have nuance and intellect, and I can see different angles for different perspectives. So I can see how maybe saving a coastline in Nova Scotia is a good fucking idea. Because coastlines, unlike Marble Mountain wildernesses, do not replenish themselves incredibly fast. You take a house out in the Marble Mountain wilderness and you don't live in it for a couple of years, 4 or 5 years, it's going to be grown over with ferns and vines and all sorts of good shit. In 10 years, it's going to start to dilapidate. A tree is going to grow through the floor. 15, 20 years, you're not going to have a fucking house there anymore. If you do, it would need to be decimated because walking around in it would be fucking dangerous. Because the forest is a fast generating thing. As long as you're not cutting the trees down, you're okay. And they quit doing that years ago. So I'm for some preservation, but against other preservation. It's just a case-by-case basis, you know? Local scientists say St. John's River algae blooms may increase, yeah. Be careful in the fucking waters of Florida right now, folks, because the shit is neon green and apparently toxic. Galaxy's loneliest baby star discovered wandering far from the stellar nurseries, which is an interesting concept. I won't show much more of this photo than this because I don't want to get hassled, but I say it again. Folks, I believe the photos of the distant galaxies and the farthest photo by Voyager or whatever is real. I think that shit is accurate. But let me say with pure honesty, it could all be fake. Now, I'm working on a project in Photoshop to prove this point. I'm going to take the image from the farthest galaxies, you know, that big fucking, we did an episode about it a few weeks ago, and I'm gonna actually make that picture in Photoshop. I'm gonna fake it, and it's gonna look real, and you guys are gonna go like, oh my god, dude, this shit could be so fake. And I want to say again, I believe it. I believe that the photos are real. I believe when they show us satellite images of the faraway galaxies that they're not spending billions of dollars to let one guy with a fucking airbrush go to town for a few hours. I'm telling you guys, I believe that with you, but I recognize it's based solely on faith, and I have no means to verify its reality, and it could totally all be bullshit. I think as long as we remember that, as long as we don't disregard that as a reality, then we can continue our faith in science. But science, for most of us, is a faith. There's a few hardcore scientists out there studying like science, hardcore science. For them, science is a science. It's a thing. It progresses. It changes. Alternates. But if they aren't talking about it on the fucking Oprah or Good Morning America or the news or the internet, if you're not seeing it on social media, it's not fucking science yet to you, and you don't believe it. It's not real. And you believe it as soon as you see it. And that's faith. It's as logical of a stream of experience as believing in a fucking magic guy with lightning bolts, a long beard, and no fucking underwear, hanging out in some clouds with his balls swinging back and forth as he shoots you down for shit you do. Most people's belief in science has the exact same level of true provability. Now, to yourself, unless you're gonna get up in a fucking airplane or a fucking spaceship and fly up into outer fucking space and for yourself look down and see the world is round, you mostly just have to believe it. Most of us are never gonna fly all the way around the world. Go from point A, fly west, and come back to point A. Most of us will never do that. We have to have faith that that's how it works. I do. I believe it. The evidence that science presents makes sense to me, and I believe it, but I recognize that I'm believing it and that it's based on faith and that I really don't have I don't really know. Anyway. Calgary police warn about drug use at music festivals days before chasing summer. Well, that's fucking wonderful. Thank you, Calgary police, for telling people shit they didn't already know. And is it just me, or is it just the strange that the majority of the drugs at concerts are booze and weed? Do you really need to put out a fucking dangers of drug use pamphlet? I think we could do a better pamphlet about picking your dog's shit up. Just saying. Because let me tell you right now, the people going to the Chasing Summer event got a fucking needle gear kit and a bunch of heroin or coke or hard drugs. They have already disregarded your pamphlet. Your pamphlet is useless. And the people that are going there to enjoy music and have a few beers and smoke a few joints have, most of them anyway, except for maybe the young children, but for the most part, have already said to themselves, I'm not going to do heroin. And I'm certainly not going to try it with some stranger at a fucking Chasing Summer event. No. Most of them are going to have a few beers, smoke a few joints, and the people that are using hard drugs are going to use them in bathrooms, dark places, and alleyways, and their cars where they can't be seen, and then they'll come to the concert. So, Calgary Police, I suggest next year during the Chasing Summer event, you print out pamphlets and increase your warnings about not picking up your dog's shit at the concert hall or the concert lawn. Because there's nothing worse than tripping on some acid, dancing your fucking face off to some killer fucking tunes, and stepping in somebody's dog shit. That is a better use of your money. I don't even need credit for giving you the idea. Just go ahead and run with that CPPD. Or whatever the fuck you are. Thank you. That is your PSA. That's a fucking dumb thing to do. Calgary police warn about drug use at music festivals days before Chasing Summer event. Why? Oh, well, because we didn't have anything better to do. Because Calgary's super fucking awesome, I'm guessing. I don't know, I've never been there. Christy Clark aims to tighten border security, halt opioid traffic. Yeah, because the fucking... Oh my god. I didn't know. I didn't even consider. Thank you again, PB, for giving me an interest in Canadian news, because I didn't even consider the fucking increase in heroin and opioids moving upwards into Canada. I'm always so used to drugs coming into the country from Canada because y'all got that Windsor Bridge that nobody gives a shit about going into the war zone that is Detroit. And I mean, sorry. You got that Windsor Bridge going into Detroit, and all the good drugs out of Europe and Amsterdam come into Canada and then ship down into fucking Detroit. I mean, if you're eating ecstasy in the 2000s and 2010s or 15s or whatever, 2000 and teens, you are probably eating ecstasy that comes from Amsterdam, trafficked through fucking Canada over the Windsor Bridge into Detroit, and then shipped out through the rest of the country. Because next to the fucking cartels pushing it up through the border in Mexico, from making it from Mexico, that's where your good ecstasy's coming from. So it never occurred to me that drugs would go up into Canada from America. But we've been at war in the opioid fucking fields for about 10 years now, a little more than 10 years now. And, that's why we're in Afghanistan still, because we got to continue to pump the American rural communities with heroin, which is happening. Okay, I'm talking about towns with 1,000, 1,500 people in it having heroin epidemics. The whole fucking half the town is hooked on heroin. That's not a fucking... I'm not hyperbolizing here. I'm not exaggerating in the very tiniest least. I'm being 100% straightforward serious. Heroin is a big fucking deal in America's rural communities right now. And that's why we're still in Afghanistan. Because we know, thanks to Freeway Ricky Ross and a bunch of others, that the fucking... the CIA and other elements of American intelligence through the armed forces ships drugs into this country specifically to destroy certain parts of the country. Heroin first made the scene after Vietnam to start destabilizing the inner city black communities, and it worked. Now it's making its way, in a big new way, back to fucking rural America. It's going to rural America. But it's also, apparently, thanks to this bit of news here, I didn't realize, it's also moving up into Canada. American heroin from Afghanistan is making its way into fucking Canada. That should, seriously, people, this should be of some concern. This should be making people go, whoa, American drugs are going to Canada. People don't think about Canada as a drug place, but Canada is a great place for drugs. You've got some of the chillest marijuana laws in the world, and BC Bud is a world-renowned thing. Just saying. The idea that drugs are coming from America into Canada at a rate that says to this fucking lady, Christy Clark, It says we've got to strengthen our border security to halt opioid traffic, okay? While Donald Trump wants to build a wall to keep jihadists and criminal elements of Mexico out of America, and America is going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Christy Clark here wants to keep Americans out of fucking Canada for literally the same fucking reason. Can someone tell me why Christy Clark isn't being like racist or nationalist or something with an IST at the end of it because she wants to keep Americans out of her country for bringing fucking massive amounts of drugs over their borders? Can someone explain to me the disconnect? Where in the doublethink newspeak does this fit? Because right now we got Christy Clark in Canada suggesting that we need to be stronger on their border security to keep American fucking heroin off their streets. Last I checked, the reason we want to have border security on the south is to keep Mexican drug cartels from committing crimes and bringing weapons and drugs into our country. That's somehow racist, but Christy Clark wanting to keep Americans out of her country to halt the fucking opioid epidemic is somehow perfectly fucking okay. Could that possibly be because she's keeping white people out? I just like to throw that shit in social justice faces, because Jesus Christ, is there a fucking serious disconnect. Transgendered woman barred from using washroom at Medicine Hat Bar. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. These people need to just grow up and get over it. I don't know how many times I have to talk about the fact that fucking weirdos who want to fuck your children or rape women don't dress up like girls and sneak into the bathroom so they can do it. They just go in there when nobody's looking, hide in the stall, wait until it's quiet, and then attack a bitch. Because they're fucking crazy weirdos who are interested in going into a woman's bathroom and attacking and assaulting somebody. Who gives a fuck if a transgender lady wants to take a piss sitting down in the ladies' room? Genuinely. I mean this. I want to ask the world, what the fuck's the big deal? You emotional fucking retards. Well, if we let transgendered people into the ladies' bathrooms, they'll fucking rape everybody. Clearly, that's not true. If you think, believe, or in any way, shape, or form conform to that fucking idea, let me promise you, you're fucking stupid. And it's okay. That's why you're here. You're here to grow and to become a more intellectually intelligent and enlightened human being with the Renaissance and the Revolution and whatnot. And I'm not trying to sit here and say that I'm fucking Aristotle or any of that shit, but let me tell you, if you fucking think for a goddamn second that letting transgendered people walk into a bathroom that says ladies, sit down and take their fucking piss in peace is somehow putting you or your children at risk, okay? I'm fucking Aristotle, and here's your lesson. That's fucking stupid. Criminal, rapist, psychopaths just hide in the bathrooms and fuck you when no one's looking while smashing your face into a toilet. Or they choke your fucking little girl out and thank God she lets out a scream in a bathroom, in a Chicago bathroom, so that somebody can come in and save her while the man carries her off into the stall, newsflash, not dressed as a fucking lady. I'm Aristotle, you're my student, listen. The transgendered issue is fucking retarded, okay? First of all, transgendered, I don't even know what that means. Okay? These are just people who want to fucking feel like they feel inside. And what the fuck is wrong with that? Now, to be fair, yes, personally, it's not something I understand. I don't wrap my head around it. I get gay people, right? You're attracted biologically. Your fucking triggers trigger to fuck other people of the same sex. I get that. That makes sense. I understand the biological experience there. To wander around and say, I wish I was a woman, and then to dress like a woman and chop my nuts off and to go have fucking hormone transitions and all of that shit does not fucking compute for me. But I respect those people, and I respect the fact that they have a right to live the way that they want to live. And if they want to walk into a fucking girl's bathroom with a skirt on, with or without their pecker still intact, squat down and take a piss like a fucking proper lady, that's their goddamn choice. And it's none of your fucking business. And guess what? If they did sneak into the ladies' bathroom dressed as a lady and fucking rape you or your children, you'd have to fucking prosecute them, try them, sit them in front of a jury, and then fucking sentence them just the same as you would if they were just a fucking normal crazy asshole who didn't bother to dress up and just hid in the bathroom until you got there. Predators we don't live in James Bond world, folks. Donald Trump is not Dr. No, and your average fucking sexual predator is not Tu Wong Fu. I'm looking here at some shit in Atlanta, it looks like. I guess. Is what it looks like. Hattiesburg, Atlanta, I don't know. I don't know where this is happening. Alberta. Oh, okay. There you go. It is Canada. Even in Canada, you've got this kind of fucking emotional dipshittery. Canadians, promise me you'll look at this intellectually instead of emotionally and rationalize the fact that regardless of what the person wears into the bathroom who wants to fucking rape you or rape your children, they're the same percentage. It doesn't fucking matter what they sneak into the bathroom using. They're a fucking predator. You're gonna have to deal with that one way or another because they exist. Predators are a fucking thing. Telling a poor transgendered woman that she can't fucking take a piss in your medicine hat bar's ladies' room is fucking ridiculous. Because here's the news flash. I just want you to know this, okay? If you're in the ladies' room and you're a lady, okay, a real, genuine, biological woman, okay, and a transgendered person, right, who's actually just a dude dressed up as a chick because he wants to fucking, be a weirdo, okay? If that happens to you, and the guy comes in there, and he's clearly just looking under the stall trying to peek at your business, okay? You have a right to self-defense. So consider logically for a moment how you would handle this if the guy just walked in shorts and a baseball cap and a fucking wife beater t-shirt on and walked in and was like checking your shit out and trying to fucking handle you. You would kick him in the face, kick his testicles into his throat, and then either get the fuck out of there or continue to beat the guy depending on how violent you are as an internal person when threatened. If a fucking weirdo is dressed as a lady and enters your bathroom with the express purpose of being a predator, you can pretty much rest assured he's not in a transition. The testicles are still there for kicking, and you're still going to have to defend yourself the exact same way. This has been your Aristotle moment. Americans, Southern Americans, and Canadians alike who seem to think that somehow a transgendered person pissing in the ladies' room is a fucking danger to you. It is not. At least not any more than a regular fucking old weirdo coming in to assault you just the same. Your tactic will need to be the same. Respond with massive retaliation, violence, and get the fuck out of Dodge. That's what we do, us men, when we're in the bathroom and some fucking weirdo, if I'm at the gym and I got a weirdo following me around naked with a chubby staring me down, I look him right in the eyes and say, you need to get the fuck out of here, stop following me before I get accused of a hate crime. You know why? Because he's a fucking weirdo who's following me around the fucking gym with a chubby staring at me being a fucking weirdo. Happens to us too. We gotta handle it the same fucking way. Massive retaliation, violence, and GTFO. That's what I did. That's a true story. I told that guy to get the fuck out of my business. When he left, I went to the fucking stall, or to the locker rooms. I got my shit on, and I fucking left the gym. And on my way out, I let them know that there's a fucking weirdo in there with a mustache and a fucking couple of earrings and a funny fucking haircut who was being a fucking weirdo, and I'd appreciate it if they'd address that shit. You know why? Because I'm responsible for my fucking safety. I'm responsible for handling the shit around me. Nobody else is. And let me promise you right now, the fucking picture on the door into the fucking bathroom that you walk through in no way, shape, or form protects you from sexual predators. It does not. Because they're sexual predators. A bathroom is an enclosed, unsecure, non-fucking surveilled location in which one can ostensibly get away with an assault on a fucking weaker sex. That's why big burly weirdos who want to fucking rape children and women hide in the stalls of women's bathrooms. They are a watering hole for psychopaths. So you must be aware of that when pissing in public. I hate to break it to you, ladies, it's the same problem in the men's room. The difference is that men, on average, seem to recognize our responsibility to defend ourselves, so we do. And women seem to cry out constantly for some kind of magic fucking education to protect them. There's no educating psychopath out of psychopath. There are no real Dexters. The Dexters of this world kill indiscriminately to fulfill their fucking urges. The rapists of this world fucking rapes indiscriminately to fulfill their fucking urges. And if they're discriminate, that means they're methodical and they're an even more dangerous particular person. Because that means, like, they only rape blonde chicks with little feet. You know what I'm saying? Those kinds of fucking weirdos. Newsflash. The fucking picture on the goddamn bathroom door does not protect you from that fucking person. Doesn't. This is some smoke to think on, guys. I fucking digress. We're at the end of the news anyway, and I'm a little worked up. I forgot how fucking enraged this transgender issue fucking makes me. Just like, I just want to be like, hey, dipshit, leave them. I don't know, is queer technically okay the right word still? I think so. I think technically you can be queer and transgender simultaneously. Hey, faggot, leave them queers alone. You know what I mean? Like when I say faggot, I mean in the South Parkian term, an obnoxious, loud, fucking individual who just spouts out for their own attention-seeking necessity. You know, the people who are out there protesting fucking transgender people pissing in the ladies' room. Those faggots. Yeah. Hey, faggots, leave them queers alone. It's ironic, too. It's great. That's going to be a chorus in a new upcoming song for Ranch Delivery Service. Anyway, it's been 41 minutes of afternoon smoke. I want to thank you for joining us. Like and subscribe and share this with your friends. Please tweet me at Rodney Dangermouthe. I'm really excited about this channel. We got a new URL, smoke2thinkon.com. We're getting new subscribers every day, and you know it's not growing fast, but it is growing exponential, and exponential becomes fast over time, and that's exciting. So please do join us again tomorrow at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time for Smoke to Think On's Morning Smoke with Rodney Dangermouthe. That's me, and most days we do an afternoon smoke like we are today. But not every day. You know, sometimes in the afternoon I want to go out to the beach, or you know, head out to downtown and check out the fucking girls in skirts. You know, because I'm a man. I do that kind of stuff. That's okay. I don't apologize for it. Anyway, you're not told enough in the world that you're loved, so I will tell you now that I love you. Thanks again for those who liked, subscribed, and shared. You're awesome. And just making announcements at the end of every episode here. I want to remind everybody that the first 10 subscribers to this channel will, when this channel starts producing revenue, be receiving some form of cool physical gift, and it will be cooler than a t-shirt. I don't know what it will be yet, but it will be cooler than a t-shirt, and it's going to the first 10 subscribers. So, you know, to the 6 subscribers now, thanks again. You are already members of the club. And I am working this evening when I get done with my actual job on a secret private Facebook group, Smoke to Think On, in which, you know, if you subscribe, you will get the invitation to. If you don't subscribe, well, that's okay. It's not the end of the world, but I'm trying to build a community here. Subscription is part of the community. It doesn't cost you anything but a button click, and I want to offer something extra for those who take the time to click that extra button. So I will be inviting you guys to a Facebook group, and that Facebook group will be a place for this community to not only to discuss, post their own ideas, post their own videos, promote their own, you know, if you make art, if you're a musician or an artist, you paint, you make YouTube videos, whatever, it'll be a place to promote that. The only thing that we'll ask is on the secret group that you maintain the theme that stoners are thinkers, and that we have the capacity to participate in the intellectual and cultural renaissance. And that doesn't mean that you agree with me on everything. You can totally disagree with me on everything. You can think that all of my ideas are fucking stupid and wrong, and you can make videos to counterpoint all of them, and you can post them on Smoke to Think On's fucking Facebook group if you want to. I'm all about the all speech matters, but you gotta subscribe to get that link, and that'll be coming tomorrow. Thanks again. Have an awesome fucking day. I'm gonna go float in a pool, smoke a joint, and enjoy some time before I have to go slave away for ungrateful asshats. That being said, also check out Ranch Delivery Service, the new single. It's in the playlist Smoke to Think On, and there'll be a new playlist I'm doing too, called Ranch Delivery Service for all the songs as I release them, and the music videos when they come. Those will probably be a month or so out though, because I got to do some orchestrating to do a good music video. I've been inspired by Little Dicky's Save That Money, and I will also be producing my music videos without spending any money. Um, but I think that'll be pretty easy. Uh, and when I say easy, I don't mean without challenge, but I think it'll be doable. I should rephrase.